Hi, I'm Mark from Devon Hunting Candles. Welcome back to my apiary. Today we're going to look at this first row of hives and check out my queens that I bred off last year and see how they're doing, and possibly go through a few of the other little nukes and stuff and see what's going on and see what's ready for supers and what needs to feed and what doesn't. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you are an experienced beekeeper and you can give me some advice, please leave some comments. I'd love to hear them. Okay, let's get into it. This hive is one of the queens I've been breeding off. Now this queen came from a swarm, and it's on one of my videos, and the swarm arrived, and not last year, the year before, and when I eventually saw the queen in there, she already had a red dot on there. So some beekeeper bred and marked this queen, and I did breed off a couple of others. I bred off 3 different queens, to be honest. One slightly darker queen and 2 very buckfasty looking queens. I was just wondering, when people put their supers on this spring, I'm starting to put my supers on this week, the 1st of April. I will be doing it, April Fool's Day. Just wondering when you guys put your supers on. If you want to let me know in the comments, that'd be great. I guess it varies throughout the country, and I'm not just talking about the UK. I know a lot of North America has a similar climate. I'm trying to get a lot of supers drawn out this year. I've drunk all their syrup. This top brood box I only put on about a week ago, 10 days ago, something like that, because I popped the lid and saw that they were doing well and thought, why not? It's an experiment. Let's see how grumpy these bees are. I've got a feeling I might not have picked the best queen to breed from. That's why I bred from 3 different ones last year. Also, I'm sure I got a few rogue swarm cells that I kept. Right, no queen on there. I'll give them a smoke. I'll start from this end. Let's see what they're doing. Now, because these frames only went in 10 days ago, they're nowhere near as stuck. Nice looking bees. All stores. Put these to one side, so I'm sure there's no queen on there. She should have a red dot on her. Oh, heavy. Lots of stores. Stores I would have brought into it when I put the box in there. Okay, so we've got some brood. I'm not going to use smoke until they get too annoying, just to see what they say. There's the red dot queen. So like I say, this queen arrived in a swarm. Already marked from another beekeeper. I don't know who it is. There's a few people that keep bees around me. We're not very close to me though. Wherever it is though, I still got your queen. I'm looking after her. So she's trying to find a place to lay probably. Well, this hive seems to be looking good. I'm going to put some supers on here, or a super on here today, later, and a queen excluder. I might even just do that now. I'm not going to go through the rest, it's not worth doing. But yeah, these look great. Right, super happy with them. I'm going to give them a slight smoke just because I've annoyed him. Then I'm going to give them a super. Because I think these guys are really quite big, even though I haven't gone all the way in there, I'm going to give them 2 supers. This is 1 wet super. Everything's drawn out. Just been in my garage over winter. And this one has got some supers with some honey in there left over from last year, and a couple frames to draw out. Probably only put one super on most hives this time of year, but this feels like a big one. I'm not going to check for swarm cells and things. It's good in there. They had plenty of space early, so they shouldn't be thinking of swarming yet. I might change it from a double brood to a single brood later in the year and turn that back into a honey super. Well, that's good. Now this has double brood, one fully drawn out super, and then another super with a few undrawn out frames, but also some honey from last year. So these guys have got plenty of room to expand into now. I'm hoping they won't swarm. I'm hoping they'll produce me lots of honey. My next inspection will probably be next week on this, where I will just take the supers off, and then I will look in the, just tip them up and look in the bottom and see if there's swarm cells quickly. I won't do a full run through. I'm trying to do a little bit of a hands off and see how that goes, but you know, they probably will swarm eventually if you don't do anything. Okay, let's check this little nuke out. Again, I probably put this on a week or so ago, this second brood box. I gave them a feed of sugar syrup, which they've drank it all. No queen there. I'll probably go this side first. I generally start at the side that's got less bees. Okay, so some nectar or syrup. Put them by one side. Not along that, some stores. Oh, got some brood. That's great. This is not the best camera angle, is it? Okay, just moved the camera slightly so it's out of the sun. So yes, a nice brood there. Eggs, larvae. There's eggs, larvae, more eggs and larvae, can't see a queen there, stores. Can't see a queen there. There we go. Okay, well, we've got brood there. At least. More bees here. There's probably a queen around here somewhere. Okay, so we've got brood. Emerging brood. Ooh, nice and sunny today. It's going to be very nice all week this week, so time to get the supers on. That's what I think. Or maybe I should have had them on already. I'm running out of equipment very fast this year. I was going to plan doing lots of Demeray splits and things, but I just don't have the equipment. I'm going to carefully put this box back on now, because there's a chance she's in here. You don't want to crush her at the bottom. Give them time to move. Check here just to make sure there's no queen. Can't see the queen on there. I'll put this back just carefully. And now, obviously, the queen can now just run downstairs and then you won't find her again. So I should probably check that over there. Yes, there was a slight error. I should have checked the box whilst it was over there. There's a queen, dark queen. Let's put her in here and mark her quickly. Oh, it's a nice looking queen though. So let's mark her. This looks like it's one of my darker queens. There she goes. This one's not too runny. Now it should be much easier to find. I've marked loads of queens this year because I didn't get around to it early enough last year, and then I didn't want to mark them when I was breeding. I didn't want to mark them before they'd mated, and then it was a struggle to find them, to be honest. Found the queen. I mean, it's not super huge, this hive, just leave them to it. I won't give them any more food. There she goes, straight away. Lid back on, strip back in, good to go. Now they'll be fine. They're not going to need any more space for a couple of weeks, I would have thought, if not longer. It says red dot summer queen. Yes, this would have been one of my red dot queens I grafted in the summer, not last summer, the year before. And then I've bred from her. And again this year I'll try to breed from the nicest, most productive queens or the hives I can find. Okay, again this box I put on, I don't know, maybe 10 days ago. Didn't actually write the date down. Nothing's happened in this top frame here. Okay, not a lot going on there. Eating a bit of stores. Very light frame. Oh, this one's heavy. Lots of stores. Okay, lots of stores. This is last year's stores. I think the wax would be much newer looking if it wasn't. I normally run single brood boxes, but I normally get lots of swarms as well, and it's very hard to keep on top of it. But I've always been trying to, the last few years I've always been trying to build up my bees, because I started with no bees and then gradually build them up. But this year, it's the first year I thought, I'm not desperate for them to build up and split. So, and I've run out of equipment nearly, so it's going to be interesting this year, trying to stop them swarming. Okay, we've got some brood, some drone brood. Drone brood there. Now you need lots of drone brood before you start thinking about queen rearing, to be honest. Probably are a few drones around. Lots of eggs. So I've just had to stop and come back to them. It's where they're slightly more aggro now, second time I've gone into them. I'm going to make a gamble and say that she's not up here. I'm going to smoke them down a bit. Things are aggro now. And that might drive the queen down if she's up the top. Okay, let's get them out. Okay. Nothing in there. Gosh. Just stores. Well, I might sort these boxes around. Full frame brood there. And lots of eggs and lots of larvae. Still no sign of a queen. Okay, frame of brood and emerging brood. Okay, nice frame of brood. Can't see a queen. Okay, let's quickly check this one more time. I mean, she looks a bit old and slow. Is it all hanging around her? Well, interesting. So these guys are probably going to have a new queen this year. So I will put her back in. And I'm going to put this box on top of this box and put them round entirely.